anointed Savior, by Hashem, Harakakvadash, the Holy Spirit. So in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. All right, but their names specifically. Okay, it says, and God and Jesus Christ is not the same person, like how you learn in church. That bullshit. No, Yahawahshi is God's Son, point blank. The first Spirit created. Okay. Just like Adam is the first real spirit created on the earth. Now, there were people already, but he was the first spirit that had life breathed in him, the life of Yahawahshi. The Lord actually working with him, because everybody else is just fucking meat puppets, man. Just like now. All these people, man, they're a bunch of extras in this movie. Okay, and it reads, hey, man, and being a top level actor, Leonardo DiCaprio, Ben Affleck, that's hard shit to do, man. You gotta do a lot of stuff. It's a lot of different things that go on behind the scenes, man, including putting these videos up. Now this Moby Zen video, it takes like two hours just to put a 1 hour video up, man. And I don't know why it does that, but that's just what it does, man. And if I can figure out a better way, then I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna probably start going on the Camify if it gets right, or go on the StreamYard, and then StreamYard on one channel, and then just Moby's in it so that I can put it on the other channel, so I don't have to upload it 2 times to each channel. So right now I got 2 channels. Okay, and it reads, they return from their stiff neck and from their wicked deeds. For they shall remember the way of their fathers, which sinned before the Lord. So that's why we're remembering. We're remembering who we are, all right, and who we were. Okay, because who we are is who we were. We are those forefathers coming back. Okay, and it says, and I will bring them again into the land which I promised with an oath unto their fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And they shall be lords of it. And I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. And I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their power, and they shall be my people. Yeah, so Abraham, Isaac, they're cool in the kingdom of heaven, man. It's not like, technically they're not Israelites. No, man. They are the forefathers of the Israelites, man. Now, you Ishmaelites, you Moabites, you Ammonites, you are not included in that, okay? Point blank, well, we come from Abraham too. They talking about Abraham, man. They're talking about actual Abraham, right? The father of Isaac. All right, not your dirty, smelly ass, man. And Elam is proud as fuck. I used to live down the street from this Elamite corner store, man. I'm not gonna say they're the worst. Edom is the worst, but they are one of the worst, man. Okay. Out of the 17 other nations, they're definitely like in the top 10. As far as me personally. Now everybody has certain nations that they really just can't stand. Like me personally, me and Ishmael are relatively cool. Like if I go to Alibaba, I get a euro, usually they cool. But me and Elam have never gotten along, man. And Moab and I cannot stand Moab and Japhet, and for whatever reason Japhet and Moab can't stand me. Of course, I am a so-called black man. But you never know, man. I could be from the tribe of Gad, the tribe of Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, Issachar. You don't know, okay? So this is what they perceive. They done already put a label on you, man. And we telling you who you are. We're telling you you are the 12 tribes of Israel. You're not black, Mexican, Cuban, Brazilian, Chilean. What the fuck is that? All right. And second of all, those are just places. Those are lands, man. All right. You call yourself French. You call yourself American. And this place was established through rape, robbery, and murder. So you want to take part in that? You want to take credit in that? The rape, robbery, and murder of these people right here, man? That's how this whole place was established. The roads that you see right now, right, were paved with blood, man. There are bones up under here. All up under here, man, especially where I'm at. I'm at basically almost the most west end of Florida, man. Damn near Alabama. You drive an hour and a half. Shit, you in Alabama, you know? So I'm down here. I am very deep down here. I am in the deepest of the deep south, okay? You fucking devils are proud, and you other nations have been given permission by Esau to be proud, man, and to act like you lord up over us, which we gonna be lording up over you. You damn Elamites, man. Every time, I go in there, I spill with you. I get, I usually, used to just get Arizona's. Get some green tea Arizona. And he'd be mad about that, because I don't want to buy cigarettes or, no bullshit. I just came to get, a couple green teas. Yeah, it was an issue, man. Because it's a spirit of hate on these people out here, man. And it is what it is. Who gives a fuck? If the Lord is working with us, it doesn't matter. Why would it matter? They ain't paying bills. They ain't making sure we okay, right? So ultimately, it's not up to them. It's up to us to continue to bring the word out, man. That's our job. They're going to do their job. All right? Elam's job is to hate. When you walk through the store and he act like you stealing, that's his job, man. That's his job to act like you insignificant. That's his job to act like you ain't shit. All right? Moab too. Moab is a fucking thief. Moab will steal from you. Trust me. I know personally. I sold my old car to a Moabite. I wanted to whip his ass, but I had to move. So really I had to get rid of it. I'm like, shit. All right, let me just go ahead and do this, man. All right? Ultimately, he said he was going to buy it for this price. He show up with less money, man. You a fucking thief. All right? You don't know how to keep an oath, man. And Salaki, I almost said a fucking oath. But you don't know how to keep an oath. Let's get the definition of an oath. Then I'm going to get back to the scriptures. Salaki. It's all the spirit, It says oath, a solemn appeal to Yahawah to witness to the truth of a statement or the sacredness of a promise, and an irreverent or careless use of a sacred name. Well, yeah, that's true. Because if you think about it, an irreverent or careless use of a sacred name. Israel, he is a prince of the power, so you should be trying to fuck over Israel. He is a prince of the power, okay? Yahawah, he is a prince of the power, okay? So you shouldn't be trying to get one over on Israel. Yeah, that's what you love to do. You love to try to take advantage of Israel, man. Well, guess what? In the kingdom of heaven, Israel is going to be taking advantage of you. Oh, and my exchange rates are going to be, it's going to be ridiculous. It's going to be absolutely ridiculous. Especially before Esau Edom is done away with, I'm going to be particularly rude to the other nations. Now, after Esau Edom is done away with, you know what I mean? More people are going to be inclined to follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High fully. So as you go more and more into the future, less and less of the heathen is going to go off. Now, the heathen is still going to go off as an example to show us foretelling and exacting righteousness. But, while he is still on the planet, you already know the other nations, man, the wickedness is still going to be extra high. Just seeing either, and you would think that Esau being in slavery in front of you would be enough for you to not go off. All right, and the Heavenly Father, through His Son being there, you know what I mean? You would think that, you wouldn't want to go off, but that's you heathens, man. You heathens aren't going to have the perfect bodies. You're going to constantly go off, man. That's just how you going to do. That's you. You go off. Heathens go off, man. That should be the title of this lesson. You heathens go off. But the title of this lesson is that I would rather live in His world than live without Him in mind, man. We would rather follow the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahawahshi, Yahawahshi than be out here just, you're like the heathen, all right? You're like the 2/3, okay? It says, and they shall be lords of it, and I will increase them, and they shall not be diminished. Yeah, so how's that going to happen? Through sex. There's going to be sex in the kingdom of heaven. All right? That's why it talks about one person becoming a 1,000, man. All right, you're going to have a son, right? Sons who are going to marry the women of Israel and bring forth children. All right, and then they're going to lay with concubines, which are the heathen, and bring forth children who are Israelites, man. You are what your father is. Okay? And you're not going to see a Moabite with an Israelite woman. You're not going to see that. You're not going to see Esau, Edom with not one of our women, okay? If an Edomite even tries to grab one of us or throw something at us, it's going to break. We'll have the ability to know that he's about to even throw it, man. Okay? We'll put the spirit on him to jump his ass off a cliff. Alright? Or to crawl his ass into one of them caves, man. They got a lot of caves in Israel. Alright? Put the spirit on your ass. Put the spirit on your ass and climb all the way to the top and jump. Alright? Then we gonna say Baruch Yahawahshi Yahawahshi. Anyways, it says, and I will make an everlasting covenant with them to be their power. Alright, appreciate it. It says, and they shall be my people. And I will no more drive my people out of Israel, out of the land I have given them. Alright? Looked like Jake. Couldn't tell. Who knows, man? But that's what we out here to do. We out here to preach, man. Alright? Now, if he was saying, oh, don't preach, F you, we still got to preach. Right? Whether it's all these people out here, or if it's nobody. Let's say they have a curfew, right? That means that we going to have to be home, man. That's that famine of the word. It's not like we going to be out here and it's pitch black, you know? Nah, man, the Lord is about to take us up off of here. And it almost makes us kind of sad because, you know, we haven't got to do the same work that our elder apostles have done, or our elders have done, man. They've done a mighty work here amongst the 2/3, man, amongst the heathens. They've continued to push this word out, man. So we almost feel like we're not deserving of, you know, of getting the same salvation as them. Yet it speaks about in the scriptures about, you know, somebody coming into this truth, roughly paraphrasing, at a short amount of time and finding salvation, you know. I haven't been in this truth 5, 10, 15, 20 years, man. I've been in this truth less than 5 years, man. You know? I've only been in this truth a few years. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and everything starts off very slow. You come into the understanding of, you know, who you are. You know, one of the first things I learned was what tribe I came from. You know, I said, okay, I'm of the tribe of Judah. Right? You learn about the chariots, which are the angels. You learn about the different laws, statutes, and commandments. You learn about who the Lord came for. These are all the basics, and that's why the Lord has put the Spirit on the elder apostles to go back into the basics, man. All right, and like the title, once again, I'm going to go back to the title over and over again. All right, I'd rather live in his world than live without him in mind. Because that's one thing that you learn is that you are a bride. And that is a hard saying for certain people. I don't want to be no bride. I'm not no bitch. You know? Yeah, you sagging your pants. You standing like this. You doing the NBA young boy stance. You know? And don't no grown man want to see that. If I'm out somewhere, I don't want to see another grown man's ass in my face, man. It's fucking disgusting. Yet that's y'all's spirit. Y'all, 2/3 of Israel has an NBA young boy spirit. All right, and somebody just went past flying, and about 3 cars ahead of him was the police, man. So once again, man, take heed. Yet, you know, that could have been Jacob or Esau. He out here flying, man. Just being reckless. You know, you don't want to be reckless out here, man. You want to be like a bride who has a fear of her husband. She's not going to bring another person to their house, you know? Because what's the first thing you're going to think in your head? He's going to kill me. He's literally going to kill me. All right, let's say you got like a mansion the size of the Taj Mahal, right? You pay for everything. You got servants, you got all these other things. And not only does she bring another man in, but the servants didn't tell you. You're going to be like, what the fuck? How come y'all didn't tell me, man? That's how the Lord feels about us. We've been defiled. We have been defiled, man, in front of people that should have told us. Right? We're supposed to have servants, right? T.D. Jakes, Joel Osteen, how come you didn't tell us about the 12 tribes of Israel, man? You were supposed to be the servants, right? I thought we were just bums. I thought we didn't know what the fuck we were talking about. You're supposed to be the servant, right? You're supposed to be the man of God. So why didn't you tell the Negro, Latino, and Native American and the people who look like the other nations, but actually their line goes back to Israel? How come you didn't tell them that they're the 12 tribes of Israel? Because you're a fucking wolf, man. May death and destruction come upon all you damn false teachers, man. All you damn false prophets, man. Even in Israel. And once again, I'm not gonna speak on the elders of the IUIC, the elders of the ISUPK. What I will say is that they're fucking wicked. You know, but I don't know them personally like our elder apostles know them, man. All I can say is that he's a false teacher. Okay, may the Lord destroy him. Now, honestly, honestly, if he can make it, if he can be the elect, I would like him to. You know, because I believe, because like, I've said before, I learned this truth through my cousin, who's a widow. Her husband died, and she moved to Florida for a little bit with her 2 children. Her daughter's name is Angel, and her son's name is Paul. All right. Now her husband didn't know about the truth. You know, from what I know, her husband didn't know the truth. But so, those names are spiritual. You know, and she told me, she said that we are the lost tribes of the house of Israel. I'll never forget that day, man. And we had maybe a 15-minute conversation about it, 20-minute conversation about it. And as the days went by, I researched more and more into it, and I believe that she came to the understanding that she was an Israelite from one of these other groups, IUIC, ISUPK, HOI. Because when I spoke with her, like a year later, I told her that I subscribe to the teachings of the Great Millstone, the men of the Great Millstone. And she said, those brothers rape and all that. I mean, it sounded basically like a IUIC sermon. Now that I think about it through the spirit now, somebody almost got in a wreck behind me. I could hear it. Gas was skidding all over the road and honking. But yeah, man, just through the spirit, I could tell that she got her understanding from somewhere else, man. But the main thing that she told me was that I was a child of Israel, man. And that first day, I was like, man, it wasn't that I doubted it. I was just like, damn, I've never heard of this. I never heard of that, man. And I consider myself a pretty intelligent guy, somebody, who was a quote-unquote truther. I wasn't really into conspiracy theories like that, but I was into the truth. Later on in high school, right before I got out of high school, I wanted to I wanted to be a journalist. That was one of the big things that I wanted to do with my life, was go into journalism. But at the time, not only was journalism dying, you know, because newspapers are non-existent for the most part. You know, now you have online editorials and certain things like that. You can basically have your own websites and certain things like that. Not only that, but at the time, you know, Jake lived in the hood, man. You know, you walk outside, you see people strung out on drugs. You don't see yourself being anything great in this society, and that's what Babylon does, man. Babylon makes you corrupt from the inside out, man. Babylon gets into you, and then you self-implode, man. Because there was times, man, where I would tell people the different things that I wanted to do, man. You know, and they weren't for that, man. So when this truth came around, that was just the that was the cherry on top. Damn. Police on somebody, man. Ooh, yeah, they about to go get somebody, man. But that was something, man. And you know, Jake, right before Jake leaves school, Jake looking up everything that interests him. And the thing that you come to the conclusion of is that this place is built for Esau, Edom, and the other nations, man. It's not built for Jake. You know, it's not built for the 12 tribes of Israel. When is the last time you went to the New York Times, the Washington Post, you know, the Miami Herald, and seen a child of Israel in a large mass? Now, you know, they'll sprinkle up Jake in there every once in a while, but for the most part, man, we are living in an Edomite's playground, man. We're not living in Jake's world. We living in E's world, man. So that's something that you come to the conclusion of. So upon learning that the so-called white man is the devil, that puts you in a certain perspective, man. That puts you in a certain perspective that, hey, well, if the so-called white man is the devil, then that must mean that I am part of the 12 tribes of Israel, right? Because if the so-called Jew isn't the so-called Jew, then who is? You know? As you do the research on it, you come to the conclusion that we are those people, man. All right? Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, and Issachar. You are the 12 tribes of Israel, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and those of you who look like the other nations, but your line actually goes back to Israel, man. And that's something that, you know, and I remember talking to her later on, and she was speaking about how Moab was the Native American. So she was listening to all these different groups and, you know, getting a little bit of this group, a little bit of that group. And I heard her speak about Zabak, you know, which, hey, you know, I have a very deep respect for Zabak. Zabak is a you know, he's an elder, man, and he's a good brother. You know, the Lord is just blinding him to certain things, man. And Lord's will, the Lord reveals that unto him. He reveals to him what the chip is. That's something that's a big hang up with Zabak. The mark of the beast can't be the chip. Of course it's the chip. What else could the mark of the beast be, man? All right. So since I'm in Revelation, I said I was gonna go to Baruch, but the spirit got me on the mark of the beast. Spirit, you can't do a lesson without the mark of the beast coming out. All right. And that was something that, you know, I had known about the microchip. I just didn't know that it was the mark of the beast. So upon hearing that, and that was the first time I heard that the microchip is the mark of the beast, is through the men of Great Millstone. So that made perfect sense. I'm like, yeah, I've read about that. I've read about the microchip, but I've never heard from somebody that it's the mark of the beast. But it makes perfect sense, man. You know? Because you know, certain brothers used to watch Alex Jones. Certain brothers used to watch, you know, what is it? Mark Dice. Who else? There's different people too, but they'll tell you like a little bit of the truth, and then they'll mix it in with some bullshit. Which I think that's why they had people like Alex Jones come around and Mark Dice, because really they're insiders. They work for the same people that they speak against, you know? Either that or they work for them and then they break away, you know? Anywho. And they banned him. They completely banned your boy AJ. And you see Alex Jones, now he rocking a beard, man. Now he's constantly speaking about God. And I know for a fact he done stumbled across one of the videos of either the elder apostles or the elders of the great Hillstone, man. Guaranteed. Now I seen a video, you know, and not to take away from the scriptures, so Salaki Yahawahshi, but you know, there's a video of Tucker Carlson coming across Elder Apostle Tahar, Elder Apostle Gabar, Elder Apostle Ramlab, okay? And Tucker Carlson knows Alex Jones personally, man. And Rush Limbaugh, all right, which the Lord took his ass out. All right, and ultimately he did that as a warning, man, warning to all you other devils, man. You know, and like the Elder Malcolm out of Chicago, GMS Chicago camp, he said, "Damn, man, I really wanted to put him in chains." Which that damn Rush Limbaugh, man, he was a damn devil, man. He was a devil. Back to these scriptures, Salakia. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 3. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed. And all the world wandered after the beast. So that's that Roman Empire coming back to life. Because when you look at the Roman Empire, I was watching a documentary about it, and you had the Western Roman Empire and you had the Eastern Roman Empire. And after the fall of Rome, right, rose up the Eastern Roman Empire, which wound up being called the Holy Roman Empire, which was mostly Jake. That was Jake, and they continued on. They took the wickedness of Rome and they quadrupled it. You know, they went far above and beyond. So the ideas of Rome, the spirit of Rome never went away. The spirit of Rome is here right now. This America is Rome 2.0. Okay, it says, and I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wandered after the beast. So that's why everybody wants to be attached to America. They want, okay, we need to get our army like America's army. We need to get our hospitals like American hospitals. We need to get our food like American food. You know? You go out to Pakistan, they want chili cheese corn dogs. All right? A pork corn dog, man. They, you know, that's what they want. Okay? No. All right, and it says, this guy asked in my TikTok famous, man. What's up with all these damn devils in TikTok? Fucking TikTok, man. But you never know, man. That could be a spirit. Well, hey, man, this truth is all over the internet, man. So you had, it was a video, GMS Salt, I believe, which is one of the elders based out of the Tampa Bay camp, I believe. And one of his videos was on TikTok. It was a lady posting up a TikTok of the brother's teacher, man. And that's probably reached millions of people. All sorts of Moabites, because that's a Moabite company that owns that. So all sorts of Moabites, man. One TikTok can get millions upon millions of views, man. That's not our goal, man. That's not our goal to get TikTok famous. Not to get our fame is gonna come in the kingdom of heaven. Our fame is not gonna come here, man. But what's the point of having fame here? For money? What the fuck you gonna do with money around here, man? All right, we met people that got money. They're fucking miserable. Right? They got everything a man could want, and they don't have nothing at the same time, man. That's not what we want, man. We want the true riches. We want the spirit and power of Yahawahshi to dwell with us, man. That's what we want. We don't want nothing else, man. All right, but anyways, back to the scriptures. And it reads, it says that all the world wandered after the beast. And that's part of the beast. Fame, right? To be famous. Let's get the definition for fame and for famous. All right, definition for fame. Public reputation, renown. All right? So let's get famous. Widely known, honored for achievement, excellent, first rate. So who was really famous? Yahawahshi, man. All right? See, we're infamous. You know, the people come against us, man. Let's get the definition for infamous. It says having a reputation of the worst kind, disgraceful, you know. So we're infamous, man. And see, that's part of us falling from grace. We are those fallen angels, man. Okay? We are those, what do they call it? Like they make them videos, the Anunnaki and all that shit, man. We are the fallen angels. There's not no fallen angels that fell from the sky and had sex with women. No, man. That was us. Okay? That was us falling from our estate of who we are, man. Okay? And laying with the women of the other nations. We were the top nation on earth at one point. Now look at the 12 tribes of Israel, man. Now look at us. Alright, that's why we're sitting in the dust, weeping and wailing and lamenting, man. And it's going to take us being completely covered in that living water to get rinsed off. Alright, to be taken out of that water, beautified with ointments, frankincense, myrrh, you know, given that spiritual olive oil, that spiritual ointment, that eye salve, all right, and being made beautiful. Because, you know, and when they had marriage ceremonies during the kingdom of Israel's time, a woman didn't wear no makeup. Women were naturally beautiful back then, so there was no need for makeup. You know, she would have her older sisters around her, all right, to teach her how to be a proper wife. You would have your mother raise you up from the time you're young. By the time you can walk, you're learning how to serve a man, right? Like how I grew up. My cousin, who I learned this truth from, when we was kids, she used to have to set the table, man. 'Cause my uncle didn't play that shit, you know. You know, he was from Louisiana, you know, and in Louisiana, you know, especially back then when I was a little kid, you know, the women did all the work. The women cleaned up. I never had to clean up shit, really. Really, it was my mom that would make me have to do shit when my uncle wasn't around. But when my uncle was around, I didn't have to do shit. Okay, I didn't have to do nothing. All right, the women set the table. You know, that we may have to take the dishes, you know, put them in the sink, or take out, you know, the trash or something like that. You know, do certain things, you know, do stuff with the lawn, you know what I mean? Things like that. But the women set the table, the women cook, you know. My great auntie, my great uncle's wife, she's alive still. And she still doesn't know how to drive to this day. I don't even think she's ever driven a car. Right? Of course, he wants to, you know, show off. It is what it is. But honestly, I don't think my great aunt has ever even driven a car, man. Okay. Now in these times now where Jake is out, Jake got to work and all these other things, you know, it's advantageous for your woman to be able to, you know, drive to pick up, you know, your kids, or, you know, certain women have to work, you know what I mean? It is what it is. But in an ideal situation, she is driven around, you know, preferably by another male within your family, you know? You may have, you know, you're like, okay, I need a ride here, I need a ride there, all right, I'll take you, you know? So she not off doing the most, man. You know? And so yeah, man, she, you know, and my uncle, you know, he was wicked. All right. You know, he ate crab, shrimp, pork, lobster. You know, he was big into the Christianity stuff. You know what I mean? You know, but once again, Jake has a zeal for knowledge, but not according to the Most High, man. So, you know, and that's why, you know, I can say that I wish that he was alive so I could tell him about this truth, man. I still remember the last conversation I ever had with him. And I was young, man. Okay? He's in the kingdom of heaven now. And he's doing absolutely great. Okay, but back to the scriptures, and then I'm going to end the video. And Barakatha Yahawahshi for showing me that. For showing me that it's all right, man. You got family members that you haven't seen in a long time. There's a lot of family I haven't seen in a very long time, man, that I would really like to see in their power, you know? In their power. I'd like to see my uncle in his power, man. You know, my uncle died of diabetes. He died poor. You know? And one of the things that was very important that he did teach us was that, you know, it's a difference between men and women. You know, he used to make my great aunt run his bathwater, man. You know, run his bathwater, man. And I remember that as a kid, just amazed by that, man, because that never happened around where I was. Like where I lived, you know, at the time, you know, it was basically all women around me, man. You know, with the exception of my brothers. Okay, I'm the oldest of 4 brothers, so. You know, with the exception of my brothers, there's always women around me, man. Female cousins, aunties, you know, mom, you know, other aunts, you know, cousins, mostly female cousins, couple of male cousins, you know. But even the male cousins, you know, they're niggas. You know, so it's just like, damn, man. Jake is destroyed. Okay, but anyways, go back to the scriptures. This is the book of Revelation in Salakia. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, and verse 4. And they worship the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. And they worship the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? So they're saying, who is like unto the beast, man? Who is able to make war with him? So who's able to make war with the beast? Who's able to make war with the EU? Who's able to make war with NATO, right? And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies. And power was given unto him to continue 42 months, so a certain amount of time. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against Yahawah, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. So that's why they're speaking up against us. Right? Starting off with the elder apostles of the great Hillstone. He says, and it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. So the jurisdiction is given to them. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb, slain from the foundation of the world. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth in the captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So that's what we wait upon, man. We wait upon our Lord delivering us and putting those in the captivity who put us in the captivity, man. The Lord's will puts the spiritual powers on us in order for us to put their ass in the captivity. I would love nothing more than that, man. I would love nothing more than that, to be given spiritual power to get you damn devils, man. Starting off with you elite, all the way down to you damn low-level devils. Okay, you damn tares too. I can't wait to get you tares, man. Getting you tares is gonna be a sweet treat, man. Alright, it says, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and spake as a dragon. So that's that 2-party system, which they do speak like a dragon. They speak like Esau Edom. Well, let's all come together. Let's be friends. Let's all be one. We can get along, right? We can do it together. Damn dragon. Alright? And we, not to get off topic, but I was just thinking about this little spirit. We watched that show, Dragon Ball Z. Shinron, ultimately, man, when you think about it, kind of has the powers of Satan, if you think about it. Right? If you gather up all these different things, you can basically run everything, man. All right, that big ass dragon, which I never really watched it like that. I don't know the details of it too much. But that's just what I kind of gathered from it. You get all the power from him. He's gonna give you the power once you do all these different things in the world. You have to go out into the world and get, the Dragon Balls. I don't know the concept of it. It really don't matter. It says, and in the original show, Satan is chilling. In that show, he's an actual character, which, that's weird. That's weird as hell, man. And see, they know the scriptures. All these different TV shows, they get all their inspiration from the scriptures. Okay, it says, and he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, and causes the earth and them that dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. See, that's why you got to learn about Rome, man. Right? And the Greeks were taken out by the Romans. So you got to learn about the Greeks and you got to learn about the Romans. All right, then you got to learn about America. When I was a kid, we used to stand up and we used to have to sing the Pledge of Allegiance. And put your hand over your heart. That's you making oaths. All right, you swearing and shit, And how does it go? And I still remember this from being a kid. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under all, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. That's all blasphemy. That whole phrase is blasphemy. All right, let's break that down. I pledge allegiance to the flag. So you pledge, and this right here, like maybe half of a football field away from me, it's not here right now, but this is supposedly Florida's, one of Florida's biggest American flags right here, man. All right, and Lord's will, when they put it up, if they ever do put it up, I haven't seen it up here in a while. They put it up, I can show it, but it's huge and it flows, man. You got people standing in front of it, saluting it and shit. And anyways, they say I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands. And what is that republic? That's based upon blood, robbery, murder, and bloodshed. All right, one nation, right? So saying that everybody's together. Under God, saying that everybody serves God. Indivisible, so saying that we're all together with liberty and justice for all. Then that's all bullshit. That's blasphemy. Okay? That's why it says in the scriptures, right, that they spoke blasphemy. Verse 6. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against Yahawahshi to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. Okay, but anyways, going to verse 13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. All right, and that's this so-called white man's system, man. Because how was Rome established? How did Rome keep itself going, man? Okay, it was through the implementation of certain laws, man. His system, his whole system. His system goes into a pit. Like you got water, you got certain water systems. That's a pit. All right, and it says, and he causeth all, both small and rich, slaughter. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, which is that mark of the beast, RFID microchip, and the Neuralink, the NFC chip, if you're international. Everywhere outside of America, it's called the NFC chip. It says, and then no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, which understanding was taught to us, right? For it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. So a score is 20. So that's 666, man. Which ironically, that's 66.6% of Israel is to be destroyed. So they come in that same spirit of man. They come in the same spirit of the so-called white man. which really isn't even a man. Really, the so-called white man is a beast, right? That's why it says the beast system. This is the mark of the beast. This is the mark that basically has pushed forward, and it is Yahawah Ba'Hashem Yahawahshi's chip. All right, that is Yahawah Ba'Hashem Yahawahshi's chip. Okay, so you got to understand that. Right? All right, so I'll hit my point. You know, this lesson a lot longer than I anticipated, but once again, that's the spirit, man. That's the spirit of Yahawah Ba'Hashem Yahawashi. Okay? Certain lessons may be an hour, certain lesson might be 3 hours, certain lesson might be 30 minutes, you know? You don't know. But ultimately, you know that if the spirit and power of Yahawah Ba'Hashem Yahawashi is moving, then there's nothing that you can do to stop it, man. It's like trying to reroute the course of a river. It can't be done, man. And, you know, the water to Yahawah Ba'Hashem Yahawashi, you know, for blessing me, may He continue to put the spirit on me to continue to work day in and day out. You know, continue to put that fervent spirit on me, man. All right, and continue to keep me ablaze. He set certain paths in front of me. I asked Him, you know, please make a way for me. You know, and at the time I had 2 jobs, you know, and I got to the certain point to where I didn't need the second job no more. He did that for me. He made it so that I didn't need the second job anymore, and that I could acquire the things that I needed to not have a second job, you know, for that amount of time. You know, that's beautiful. Barak Yahawah Ba'Hashem Yahawashi. Alright. So hey, man, once again, this is the end of the lesson. Lord's will, you were edified. Okay, once again, Barak Yahawah, Barak Yahawashi, Barak Yahawah, Barak Yahawashi, Barak Yahawah Ba'Hashem Yahawashi. Okay. Hey, double honors to the apostle elders of the great Hillstone who rule and teach well. And honors to you brothers who are bringing out this word in sincerity and in faith that through Yahawah Ba'Hashem Yahawashi, you are helping to seal the hopeful elect, man. Alright, so before I begin this video, I'm going to face the east. I'm going to give all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahawah Ba'Hashem Yahawashi, Ba'Hashem Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostle elders, once again, of the great Hillstone. Okay, and honors to you brothers who are bringing out this word in sincerity and in faith. Yahawah Ba'Hashem Yahawashi, Ba'Hashem Kakwadash, Brakatham unto you, to you sincere brothers, man. It's your brother Jasham. All right, may the Lord continue to work with you, brothers, and to continue to put the spirit on you, to continue to push forward, man. Continue. Let me get the, before I end this video, let me get the definition for continue. Since I've said it so many times. All right, so this is the definition for continue. To maintain without interruption. Endure, last. And what does it say in the scriptures? All right, that those who endure to the end, the same shall be saved, right? It says, to remain in a place or conditions, we got to stay in the strong tower and stay in the spirit. To resume after an intermission, right? So at one point we were screwed. Now, okay, we're at the point we can continue on. Right? It says, extend, also to persist in, to allow to remain, to keep on the calendar or undecided. So we gotta keep this on the calendar, man. Let's get the definition for a calendar. Alright, calendar, to press a cloth or paper between rollers or plates so as to make smooth or glossy or to thin into sheets. A machine for calendaring. All right, so you're just measuring the time. A calendar is something that measures the time, So we have to continue to measure the time diligently in and of itself, roughly paraphrasing. So once again, all the praise, honor, and glory goes into Yahawah Ba'Hashem Yahawashi, Ba'Hashem Kakwadash. All right, until the next video, Shalom, man. You brothers stay strong, man. Stay strong, brothers, man. We almost up out of here, man. We almost up out of Babylon the Great, man. We just got to keep pushing forward. Okay, and also, Yahawah Ba'Hashem Yahawashi, Ba'Hashem Kakwadash, Shalat Rayam, Baba Kasha, Mashapayim, a warrior called the wicked, Abad, Wa Ashashwa, Abad, Wa Ashashwa. All right, Shalom.